driving video. Wee-hoo! This is we are driving down Mayricks Road, Glasshouse, to Woolies Road, Glasshouse. And at Woolies Road, I always had a friend there. She I won't show you her exact house because it's not her place of business anymore. She's got a huge farm there. It's got everything you can name on it. Her name is Pim. She's got strawberries, and they go to all the organic strawberries that you're probably eating at your Coles anywhere in Australia, because she sells them. They go everywhere. She's got so many. And then she does mangoes, she does custard apples, you name it, she does it, right? But she's a Thai, so she doesn't do the deep tissue style of Thai massage where you get the elbows in the back and that. She does, but a style that heals you as much anyway. Like, she sort of does long, deep, slow strokes up and down your back. And I found that they had the same result as a deep tissue massage, despite the fact that it being a very gentle massage. But yes, you can see that driving through here is absolutely relaxing and beautiful. Ooh, this bus. They're not wide roads, because this is like, we're really up in the farms and in the sort of hilly, hinterlandy sort of bit of Glasshouse here at the back of the Glasshouse Mountains. So we're quite far from the township. Yeah, so it's very quiet in here. But yeah, and at the end of Woolies Road, there's also a dog motel if you ever need to go away and leave your dog somewhere. So yeah, we're just going the back way, and some of this will become sort of a dirt or a rubbly kind of road and everything. But yes, I love coming through here. I find it totally peaceful. I used to absolutely love coming here to visit Pim, and I'd get an hour massage and drive home, and I was a new man. I was so peaceful, relaxed, and often pain-free from the massage. But yeah, I'm with Sam and he's driving, and this is I've brought Sam through here a few times just for drives, so it's cool that we do these drive videos. That was a dead lizard, sadly. Dead blue tongue. That's what's going to happen on this road. I've come across kangaroos here one time, Sammy, and he actually squared off at the car because there's two of them crossing the road. One sprinted off really fast and bounced. Yeah, it's left. I've never been down that part, but it sort of was a T intersection there, and you have to go left to Woolies Road, but I've never been down the right, and I'd be interested to do it one day. But you can see this is beautiful gum trees. There's big koalas in here for sure. But yeah, the kangaroos, one of them sprinted away, the other one stood and thought I was some kind of an animal, I think, because he wanted to fight the car. So what I did, I stood had the car very, very still, didn't honk the horn or flash the lights or accelerate at him. I just sat there and let him know, hey guy, I'll give you all the time in the world to just quietly hop away. I'm not here to stress you, buddy. And yeah, we just seemed to have that connection. Then he slowly hopped off and it was all good. And I was a bit upset that he had gotten mad and felt threatened, but I did also enjoy the fact that I'd had an animal encounter anyway, because it was so beautiful. Beautiful animals, kangaroos. What's really cool is I'm filming this. I filmed one with Sam the other day, and so that's Woolies Road to the right. So it gets tarmacked again. To me, as I'm holding this when I'm filming it, it looks really, really shaky. But when you see the filmed footage, this camera has got a really good anti-shake. So when you see the footage, it's like it's on a gimbal almost.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so this camera is so good, people, that it's gotten rid of the need for lighting, sound, gimbals. You know, what this is called, is it iPhone 12 Max Pro. The camera's in this. It's waterproof as well, as you've seen in other videos if you've been watching. It's just the real good. So we've already driven by Pim's. I'm not going to show you her exact house because she's moved her Thai massage clinic. We'll probably even drive past it on the way home if we keep going on Gympie Road. She's on Gympie Road now, and she's got a massage hut there, and she runs a business and she advertises quite heavily now. So I think she's got a pretty full dance card at the massage shack sort of thing she built. It's beautiful with air conditioning and purpose built for running massage out of it and all that. But she doesn't run it from the property here, the farm, anymore. She's at the front of another farm and property somewhere else. So I don't think she really necessarily wants people coming to her house here now. So I would, if she still ran the business out of here, I'd say, there it is, you can go see Pim and get a great massage there. But yeah, she's moved businesses, so. But she still lives there and still has her farming business. Her story is so interesting. As I understand it, her mum married an Australian man when Pim was 15. And Pim and her mum both moved to Glasshouse Mountains together, and she went to Glasshouse High School. So, you know, because she's lived in Australia and not Thailand at that age, you know, she knows all the songs and TV shows and all that stuff, you know, that we know, you know, Neighbours or whatever, you know, and all the hits off the radio and stuff. But what Pim did then, she left school. So this is the dog motel just here. She left school and started strawberry picking. And I think Pim is 46 now or something. And so she's strawberry picked. She need to ask me something. Oh, cool. She's strawberry picked her whole life, but slowly but surely turned it into her fruit empire and her farm, you know, and she's very, very wealthy and does really well. And her husband, I think he was the Australian judo champion, and he might have even gone to an Olympic Games. I don't know his name or whatever, so I can't be 100% about that, but he definitely ran a judo school somewhere a long time. But he's Dutch, and I think he came travelling here and met Pim while he was here, then moved out here to marry her, and that's when I think he went on to have the success as the judo guy. So they're interesting people, and she's a really humble, fun, nice person as well, and I understand he is also. But they can grow anything. They know how to raise the chickens as well. They know how to do it all on the farm, like real can do. But she's not afraid to get on her knees and pick strawberries. I can tell you that right now. She's happy to pick strawberries. She's involved in the picking strawberries. They have teams of people picking the strawberries. She's got to run the team as well. It's all very, very interesting. Look at this thick forest, Sammy, to the left. It's just phenomenal. Gosh. I mean, it couldn't be any nicer, could it really?
No. You can see the remnants of, what is it, back burning?
Oh, right.
See the black on all the trees?
Yes, I can.
So that'll be to stop, because you can imagine with this being so dense, likely to burn. So what they do is purposefully burn it so that it is less likely to burn again.
Wow. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Metallica, fight fire with fire. I better get a strike for that. You wouldn't believe the strikes I've been getting, people. My goodness. You know, I got one. I was doing. I get stickers and I stick them up on the pantry. Oh, well, these are probably macadamias. Yeah, they are. They're macadamias. I can actually see macadamias. Man, that just goes on forever. That is a deep macadamia. You know, that even could be Pim's as well, you know. She doesn't tell me everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, she said she's got 11 acres. And when you're over on the other side of the road where she lives, that 11 acres is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she probably owns this macadamia farm, because to me, when I hear 11 acres, I think of something this big as well. It's all the way down there.
Yeah,
wow. Wow. But yeah, so people, all the macadamias that you're on your supermarket shelves and everything, this is where they're coming from. I think a great majority of the food in Australia is grown in what they call the food bowl, which is out and about near the Riverina in Australia. I'll tell you what, a lot of stuff is grown here in Queensland though, especially this part of Queensland where the weather is absolutely perfect for growing a lot of stuff. And I think quite a lot of this stuff grows all year round here. I don't think some of these things don't have a season here. Like, I think citrus, for instance, grows all year.
Wow.
You know, and I think many others. Like, I think there still are sort of times, like Pim always talks about it's strawberry season at the moment. It's planting time. It's harvesting time. It's, I don't know. I think she, like, sometimes gets big tractors full of straw and that. She says, I've got to tip straw all over it. I don't really understand it all. Yeah, right is the one way of getting out, or we can go back the way we came. It's up to you. That means we could explore that other road as well, but...
So this way is...
Right takes you back to... It takes us out, and that one takes... That's the way we came.
Oh, so let's go.
You want to go that way?
Yeah.
This is down here is where I saw the kangaroos.
Cool. Oh, we're going to forget to see some more.
Yeah, I hope we see some kangas. That'd be awesome.
Or a big snake or something.
Oh yeah, there'd have to be snakes out here. That's horrible.
It always... Can you just imagine just how many are to the left and right of us, you know? There must be hundreds.
It's so scary, isn't it?
Absolutely hundreds.
Especially seeing as, like, all the snakes here are the most deadly snakes in Australia. And this is probably where the most deadly ones are too, because it's the perfect weather for them.
Yep. Oh, it's crazy stats. I think there's the fierce snake, which I think is found in Northern Territory in Central Australia. It's got something like enough venom in one drop to kill 100 people. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, this guy milked I saw on YouTube yesterday, an Australian guy milking a cow, and he just did it into, not a cow, what is it, a snake?
Yeah.
God, milking a snake of its venom. He got it to bite into this foam thing at the top of a glass beaker. And yeah, there was only like, oh gosh, it must have been a quarter of a cup of venom. They said that's enough to kill 500 men.
Yeah.
I was like, what? So it's injecting one guy maybe. I don't know, when they bite, do they, you know, when he milks it and takes all that venom, is that how much gets shot in one guy with one bite though?
Yeah, I guess so.
So you're getting enough venom to kill 500 people injected into you? Oh my God. You know what? I believe it's a seriously painful death as well, that venom, like.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, wasn't that interesting, people? Now, if we go left here, this is taking us back to Glasshouse and beer and stuff. So, there we go. See? We're out of Merrick's Road. We've seen Woolly Road, which is where Pim lived. And I don't know what this one's called, actually. Might be called Glasshouse Mountain Lookout Road or something, because the other one, I've got videos of us on top of Glasshouse Mountain looking out, and that's if we had turned right from Pim's house instead of left like we just have, that would have taken us there. But we don't want to go there today because we've been there lots of times, you know. So we're going the opposite way and heading back to the Glasshouse. We're heading back to what's called Old Gympie Road, and Old Gympie Road is the back way back to Biwa, and it's also where we just were at that Bullock and Coventry resting house, and where that museum with the damper, that's all on Old Gympie Road. And so when we were on Old Gympie Road, that's why we decided we'd go for a drive up to Pim's, because it was so close. Like, you just drive up a side road and then you head into Pim's from Old Gympie. So this is a beautiful, quiet part of Glasshouse, though. Thick forest. On the right, that's pine forest, but on the left, that's Aussie gum tree forest and stuff. Straight ahead, that's some pine and some gum. Bit of a mix. Oh, so that one's called Glasshouse Woodford Road, and you can see the lookout and cafe. Lookout Cafe and the Lookout, they're all up there.
Do you want to go right and see all the... It's a beautiful drive that way.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going right to Old Gympie Road. This is the back way now to Beerburrum and Caboolture. So we're not headed back to Beerwell yet. We're going a bit of a longer route because it's just so pleasurable driving. Now that in my mind, we're already there driving left, but then when he suggested it, now I'm doing this, I'm relieved.
Yeah.
Because it's just beautiful. I just really want to...
This is my favourite part of the drive to Caboolture and back.
Oh, really?
Yep.
This stretch here?
Yep.
Do you like that it's open, or what's the... or? Because I like it back where it's thick forest.
Yeah, I just like that it's, open, and, no houses. It's just nature.
Look at those mountains. There's more over there. Back there. I mean, what an area. I've seen snakes on this road, red-bellied black snakes.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, I'd hate to be bitten by. I was at the Murrumbidgee River with my dad one day, and he put his foot up in the air and went to put it down, and then he realised he was about to put it right on top of a red-bellied black snake that was there, and it was sort of coiled up, and he just went, Richie, look at this. I was about 10, and then he goes, yeah, he said, look there, and I said, oh my God. He goes, yeah, I actually was mid-air about to land my foot on that snake.
Right.
Would have got myself bit. Yes, thank God I didn't put my foot down, and I jumped back. Okay, so that side, they're not pines. Well, it's a mixture of pines and gum there. But this side seems more pines. You can see all the tall pines back there. But I think these pine trees, they all get cut down, and what do they get used for, paper or?
That's what I always thought.
That's what I got told too. Yeah, so probably then.
What do you want to do, a U-bolt here, or?
It's up to you if you want to go to Beerburrum or.
Where's that? Right.
Left.
Oh, yeah.
Right takes you to Woodford, but on a really dirty back road.
Yeah.
That thrashes your car like crazy. You can see all the rev heads. I'd love to come down here and see him do all the burnouts and film it. I'm not all about the burnouts all the time, kind of thing, but I can't lie and say I hate it altogether.
Yeah.
There's the odd occasion I love it. And, oh God, I had a friend when we were in high school. Now this is mean, it's a mean story, but I don't know why. It's funny too, because it's so naughty and devilish. What happened, there was this guy that had a lawn that was so beautiful. I just think, you know what, we're just not good people doing this now I think about it. Like, I hadn't thought about this for so many years, but I used to think it was funny when I was 16, because he just had his license. We used to go, it was really, I don't know how to explain it, but it was so perfectly grown that he used to actually have it mowed at different lengths in lines and everything. It was absolutely the most immaculate lawn you've ever seen in your life. And so my friend Tim had I don't know why I'm laughing, because it's so bad. We'd get at one end of the lawn and do a burnout all the way to the other end to be real, because it was so wet all the time too, because he watered it so beautifully, and that it'd be a really deep burnout, like all the way along the lawn. And but as an older person, that is just like, I can't help but laugh still. I don't know why, because I know how just frustrating and how awful it would have been for that poor guy. Imagine having that sort of passion and having a vandal come and do that. It's like, it's really bad when you think about it. It's really nasty. Yeah, it's like, as if people don't, that's the one thing. Life is tough enough as it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that guy would have had a mortgage and all that, and probably that lawn was his de-stress, and you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's not good that we did that. But yeah, seeing those burnouts reminded me of that. And of course, when he was doing the burnouts, I used to laugh my head off, and I think part of it was, though, if I think back of it, was the fear that we might get busted doing it, and that was the excitement of it, and I laughed at the excitement more than I thought it was funny. I don't know why. How do you explain? I wasn't a nice guy really for that, but
look, we all do silly things when we're young.
yeah. But yeah, and then we regularly did it. It's like once a month. And it was like for about 2 years. And I'm just thinking, my God, like I said, life is really tough. And, you know, here in Australia, we've got a lot of overheads and a lot of pressure and a lot of strain. That guy really didn't need that nonsense. He really didn't, poor bugger.
What are we doing left?
Yeah, well, right's Caboolture.
Yeah.
And left is Beer Burrum.
This has been a great round trip.
Yeah, it's actually helped me. I was feeling a bit sort of run down, and that's really helped.
Yeah. Clear your head when you're out here.
Yeah. It's just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful... Where we're really lucky, we seem to have had a very mild summer. It's 26 degrees today. It's not very humid. It's got a kind of a cool breeze as well, especially when we're in the car with the window open, because I really hate the heat and humidity. But it's been such a mild summer this year on the Sunshine Coast that, yeah, I've been able to appreciate the beauty and just enjoy things, because I'm not just so hot that I feel sick. Wasting fuel. I don't know what that guy was advertising. Some system to stop you using as much fuel. I had a woman try and sell me, she had a necklace,
Yeah.
and it had a design on it, and she wore it as a pendant, and she said that Tesla had invented the necklace and that design, and for some reason what she said, if you wear that necklace with the design on it, that it protects you from all the electric currents of the world and all the radiation, you know, it's coming through phone towers and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen that sign too. Landsborough, we're Steve Irwin Way now, and we're headed to Landsborough Sunshine Coast. But she reckoned that if you took that necklace off and put the pendant on the hose of the petrol thing, that it would give you more money's worth of petrol in your tank quicker, so you'd fill it up. It somehow would mess with the structure of the petrol, and more would go in quickly, and you'd get, I don't know what the hell she was saying, but she was saying you'll get more out of your petrol, more of it for the amount of money, it'll fill up quicker, all this kind of stuff. And I said, look, with all due respect, I don't believe this. I can see that you believe it, but I don't believe this. And she said to me, well, it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, because if it's true, and you don't believe it, then you just don't get the benefits if you don't buy the necklace. And I said, oh look, I'll leave the necklace today. It was actually Isabel's herb farm up at Nambour, and she's one of the world's leading herb people, like, well, if not the world's leading. She's got a small herb farm up at Nambour, and she writes encyclopedias of herbs and what medicinal effects they have when you use them.
Oh, wow.
Like Herb Robert fights cancer, helps with stress, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And she's the world's leading expert, and has written all the books. And so she had that necklace, and she was trying to sell that to me, because I went there and bought some Herb Robert to make as a tea to help with a bit of anxiety or whatever was going on at the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure, I think all that herb stuff, that's a proven thing. You know, like eating vegetables full of vitamins that are good for you, sort of thing. It's a proven thing.
Yeah.
Having that herb tea will work, I think. And definitely using the herbs in your cooking, and that adds micronutrients and whatever that are really good. What happens is here in Queensland, and I think it's all over Australia now, there's a company called Happy High Herbs.
Yeah.
And Happy High Herbs, that you go in there and they've got all the different herbs for different reasons. But many of their herbs are there. They say if you drink this one as a tea, it will make you high like you've smoked marijuana. If you have this one, it'll be like you've taken some speed, you know, and all that. And all they've made millions, and you know the place is always packed with people coming and going, I'll have herbal speed, please, and all that. And they looked like people when they were buying it that would buy it because they're getting that effect out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's true, but when I talked to Isabel about that, she said, yes, I do know of that shop, and I do know they have a focus on the, you know, the herbs that can make you get a high and all that stuff, but that's not her focus. Her focus was medicinal and all that. But when she showed me that Tesla necklace, and she did believe it, it's hard to know, because Tesla was a genius, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty much. I believe he's the guy that really invented electricity, not the guy they accredit that.
Yeah.
And what I hear about Tesla is, I got told he went insane, and the reason that he went insane was because he worked for Westinghouse or someone, and they were wanting him to make fridges and all that, the parts need replacing because they wear out. The machine needs replacing every 5 years as well, all that sort of stuff. But he wanted electricity. When he invented electricity, I believe he wanted it to be free for everybody because he wanted to help humankind. He wasn't wanting it to be electricity to be a business. He didn't think that was fair to meter out electricity and charge for it. Yeah, right. And he also thought, that you should make a machine and they buy it once and it lasts a lifetime. So, given the parameters of his job, he sent him nuts. You can sort of see the difference. One is you want to serve people. The other is you want to exploit people.
Yeah.
You can see why it'd be at odds, but at the same time, if you're selling them a washing machine, even if it's going to break down, that it's still going to help them somewhat because it's going to save them all this labour and free them up to, do whatever they got to do.
True. Yeah.
So I can see why he had problems with that. But yeah, did he like? So I would say, well, I don't know. Maybe Tesla didn't even invent the necklace and they just made it up and she believed it too. But she said the necklace was invented by Tesla. He invented the pattern. It really did what she claimed it did.
Yeah.
And all that. And so, I went and asked my friend Michael, who's a pretty smart guy, very scientific in that. And I said, she was telling me about this, Isabel was telling me about this Tesla necklace. And Michael turned around and said, it could be true, man. I mean, that guy was such a genius. There is, because of the name Tesla, I'm inclined to believe there's some possibility this is true.
Yeah.
So imagine that if that's true, you got this necklace that you wear all the time that'll stop you getting cancer from all the... Look at this idiot. He's pulling out in front of a police car. It really wouldn't shock me if the police pull him over,
Yeah.
Because he's pulled out knowing damn well that he needed to give way.
I just am laughing. This cop's been riding this guy's butt the whole way.
Who pulled out though? The ute in front?
Yeah.
How did he get in front of this dude?
Who, the blue car?
Yeah, I thought...
He's been up... That's the thing. He's been in front of the cop the whole time.
I haven't even seen the blue car. So the cop's been like acting like his caravan. It's been tailgating him that bad.
Serious, yeah.
Yeah, but the ute thing in front just pulled out and even... I didn't even see the blue car and it was still too close to the cop car when he pulled out. So, this is like dash cams Australia, when you see people and then you can hear the guy going, "Oh, you idiot," and then they crash into something. He goes, "Oh, what did you expect, eh?"
Yeah.
All that, like dash cams Australia. Yeah, the horns. I can't watch those. They're too... You know what it is? For some reason, it's too base for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're seeing crashes, cars really crunch, and then you're hearing people go, "You bloody idiot," and all that sort of stuff, and it's like, it's not relaxing.
No.
And the last thing I want on a road is an accident.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to do is be sitting watching YouTube, watching accidents, and sort of in my mind living through a car accident.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a car accident. It's ugly as hell. I rolled a car once.
Wow.
It's a nightmare. When you're rolling, you're so scared.
Yeah.
And I crashed into a signpost and a petrol bowser, and they don't know how the petrol bowser didn't explode and burn me up.
Wow.
And what happened is I had the window open, and my arm had hit the ground while the car was rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and all these guys come running, because my brother and I, Nathan, climb out of the car while it's upside down.
Yeah.
Which wasn't easy to do because we're hanging there suspended in the seatbelts.
Yeah.
And we get out and we sit there, and we're just sitting there, and I wasn't aware of it. This guy comes over and goes, "Did you know that I can see your arm bone?" I went, "What?" He goes, "Look at your arm, bro." He had the most scared look on his face as well, and so concerned.
Yeah.
What a good man. He goes, "Yeah, your skin's been... You've hit the road and it's rubbed your skin all the way off, it's all the way to the bone.
Oh my god.
And I like, wasn't even aware of it because I guess I was in such a shocked state or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, when I went to the hospital, I ended up having to operate on it because it was all full of glass and debris all through the meat that looked like chewed up mincemeat on my arm.
Wow.
So originally they just put a local anaesthetic in it, like they did injections, and they were sitting there taking all the glass out.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, look, I'm not going to be able to get it all. We've got to put you to sleep and get the surgeon to do it. We're not going to get it all, like, so... and they ended up putting me to sleep for it as well.
That's unreal.
Yeah, but like, when you look at your arm and you can actually see bone, it's like... you're like, what the hell?
Thank goodness you couldn't feel it because of the shock.
Yeah, right. And you know what the thing is, Sam, is that I swear, I reckon for 6 months later,
Yeah.
my whole body was jarred.
Wow.
Like every bone ached
Wow.
for about 6 months. It just wouldn't go away. It was like so jarred. Yeah, so car crashes are an ugly business. So why the hell would you want to sit and watch a video
Yeah.
with point of view POV camera pointing at a car crash happen right in front of you, like we're filming this? Then imagine if cars just collided with each other and guys fly through the windscreen and get decapitated. And
We know the guy in that, what is it, a Ford?
oh yeah, the great big Ford truck.
Yeah.
It's awesome, that truck.
He's a friend of ours.
He is a pretty nice bloke, actually.
Wish I could remember his name.
Yeah. Yeah, we had about a half an hour chat one day.
Yeah.
Because we just walked up and said, love your truck, and then he'd been a bit lonely and whatever, so we had a big long talk and we enjoyed every minute of it. Well, I did you?
Yeah.
Speak for you, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy.
He said a lot of interesting things. I can't remember any of them now, but on the day I remember I was like, whoa.
Some of them not quite appropriate for camera.
Oh, right, is that what it is as well?
We talked about Thailand and I'll say no more.
Ah. So everybody, we've driven you down Simpson Street before, and even that Steve-O and way once we got back onto that bad beep Kaza. She's about 70, Kaza, I think. She's got that, and she's got Playboy bunnies all over the car. She used to be the chef at the Landsborough pub, then she was the chef at the Landsborough markets. Now she's the chef at the Mexican beer shop. They're climbing over the beautiful art.
That was that chick that wears the sunglasses in Woolworths.
Oh, she's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't like to badmouth people, but she's a nasty piece of work.
Yeah, she always looks at you sideways, if you know what I mean. And she wears sunglasses inside. I mean, who are you, Corey Hart?
Yeah.
This is nice.
I'm going to speak very directly to people. Do not go to Dapo Korean barbecue. They are horrible, horrible people. I won't elaborate, but they're really vile people, nasty people. They hate Australian people, is what I believe, especially seeing as I've heard them say things like that. If you go there, they've got two versions of the buffet, a cheap one and an expensive one. If you don't buy the expensive one, they start berating you and abusing you and saying, why haven't you upgraded? And if you go there twice and don't upgrade the second time, they actually get abusive and say you're not welcome here. I won't elaborate anymore. There's some stories that blow your hat off. They are the worst people in Biwa, and I just wish they'd leave. And it's not a racist thing, it's that they're nasty pieces of work. I went in there. In fact, one of their complaints against me was they said to me I was racist because I'm friendly to Asian people. This is how nonsensical it is. I'm racist because I'm friendly to Asian people, and that clearly shows that familiarity shows that I don't respect them and I'm a racist. And look, it doesn't even make sense. They're that crazy and I couldn't have been a nicer and more respectful customer. But there's some people on this earth that you don't know why and you can't explain why, but they're just really horrible. And that restaurant seems to have all owners and crew that fit that description. I hope they leave town. I really do.
They're likely to have a health-related accident, you know?
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think they'd care about anything like hygiene or anything. I really don't. Not with their attitude. It's like they're not people that are that way because they, like on Seinfeld, there used to be this character, the soup Nazi, and he was a real nasty piece of work because he was a perfectionist about the soup and all that stuff. So he was, what's the word for that? He was horrible, but they would call it, what's that word that when you it's another word for sort of quirky. It's usually artistic people are that. They're a bit moody, they're a bit whatever, and they wrote it off as that. And they call it, there's a word they call it where they describe it. They say, oh, he's a bit quirky, or he's a bit
Oh yeah, I'm struggling. Like zany?
Not zany, but something not that dissimilar to that. Like they often say it with people who are really rich and not good looking. They go, but he's got so much charm and he's got so much brr. And eccentric.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're not eccentric because they're doing a good job with the food and all that. They're just horrible, and the food is horrible, and they're despicable. So on that lovely note, have a good evening. Goodbye.